What's going on, guys? My name is Eldeniro and welcome to another episode of Top 5 Tweets. Today we're looking at Dapper Laughs. If you don't know who Dapper Laughs is a supposedly fictional character intrinsically created by comedic genius Daniel O'Reilly in order to showcase essential tips for portraying chivalry and general gentlemanly behavior when attempting to appeal to the opposite sex with delicacy, honesty, and general fucking human decency. This character was for some bizarre reason given a TV show on an actual TV channel with the idea that actual people would actually watch it. This definitely doesn't symbolize the beginning of the end for civilization, and it's definitely acceptable behavior. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at Dapper Laughs and his top 5 tweets before the character gets buried from our lives completely, as Daniel O'Reilly announced on Newsnight that he would be killing the character off due to the fact that some people are offended by the glorification of rape and lad culture. So in celebration of the original concept this character has created, and sort of an ode to the duplicitous nature of the creative genius of Daniel O'Reilly himself, we'll be looking at his most original and thought-provoking tweets, as well as his funniest. The 5th greatest tweet of all time from Dapper Laughs was tweeted in May 2013, and what it says is, "There's a thin line between yes and no, and it's called the gooch." There's not really a lot of explaining required for this tweet. It's just an excellent joke that is definitely hilarious, and I absolutely laughed relentlessly for 4 days upon reading it. The 4th greatest tweet to come from this account was from November 2013, when Dapper Laughs tweeted, "There's a thin line between yes and no, it's called the gooch." This tweet clearly comes from a place of great emotional awareness and hints at there being potentially something more to the character than what the media are currently accusing him of. The next greatest tweet to ever have been tweeted by Dapper Laughs is from December 2013, and it says, "There's a thin line between yes and no, it's called the gooch." This is an excellent example of the type of harmless hashtag lad humor this character is purveying, and while it mightn't be anything worth, more than a simple chuckle, I think it's worth observing its originality and praising its creativity. The 2nd greatest tweet submitted by Dapper Laughs comes from January of this year with just over 700 retweets, and it goes like this: "There's a thin line between yes and no, it's called the gooch." I think that what he's saying in this tweet is that it's very important to attempt to earn the respect of those around you and to never try to force your opinions or anything else onto anybody who isn't willing to hear you out or otherwise. It's a tweet that comes from an honest place, tweeted by an honest person. The absolute greatest tweet, however, tweeted from this account is something completely different to the previous 4, and it stands alone as possibly the greatest tweet of all time in my opinion. From July 2014, with just under 700 retweets, Dapper Laughs says, "There's a thin line between yes and no, it's called the gooch." The reason this tweet in particular is the one that I chose to be number 1 was because it's a perfect example of the duality on display at all times in almost everything this character does. It's genius, it's daring, it's out there, and it's something I'm glad I read. Anyway, before I end this video, I just want to say that while you might think that Dapper Laughs is merely a misogynistic, rape culture enhancing, low-life, idiotic creation that should have never gotten as popular as it did, let alone being given a television program or a fucking world tour, well, no, actually, you're completely right. It turns out that his tweets are about as original and genius as his character is. I've been Eldeniro, thanks for watching.